heck you doing tonight? Hope all is well. What is today? Today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Do you guys have cell phone service? Do you have Verizon? You know, I have Verizon. I haven't even checked to see if I have cell phone service. I got a phone call earlier today, though. I don't know. But I also have Wi-Fi calling, so who knows? Eh. If I don't, then it's gonna be a nice quiet day. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well today. We're here. So it sounds like looks like we might be having some kind of action going on over in Iran tonight. Iran. I know I got to do it every single time. And after that, who knows what's going to happen tonight? We'll see. It hasn't started yet, but there's been some military action going on. There's been some refusals to let certain planes into Iran. So we're gonna have to check that out. And at the very end of the show, we're also gonna go over and check out the new Nick Shirley video. We're gonna do a reaction video to that. So that's coming up pretty soon too. But right now, we're gonna get started on this. And what is first? So from Julie Kelly. There is no bereaved wife. Renee Good changed her name in 2023 without any legal arrangement of marriage. They weren't married. Let's see what else they got on here.
I'm afraid that it might be. And I think it's worth pointing out that just days ago, Tim Walz was attacking this guy and suggesting he should have been fired a long time ago over the fraud situation as he was flailing in that scandal. Walz,
this
that
doesn't
is.
Sound like the right thing.
And then today, with the resignation, Walz put out a tweet.
Oh, you further Beckett. So this is the wrong post, Julie. But let's hear it.
Him as a paragon of public service virtue. So I think that goes to the hypocrisy of the governor. But to your question, Brian, I think this is not good news for Minnesota taxpayers. This guy was hard charging on that issue. And it appears that what forced him out, what made him decide he didn't want to be there anymore, is, at least as far as I can tell with the facts that we currently have, overreach, in my opinion, by the Justice Department. The wife of the deceased woman has gone through something really, really traumatic. Her spouse has been shot dead. Now, I think, sadly, tragically, it was a clean shoot. I think that these were radical activists. I think there's no question about that. I fully support the DHS surge in Minnesota for a number of reasons. I've defended all of that. But to go a step further, I think, strategically, politics, optics, these things do matter in terms of public perception of all of it. If DOJ is pressuring these prosecutors to go harder after the bereaved wife, and it was a bridge too far, even for a prosecutor like this, I just feel like, unless there's some information that I don't have yet, that seems like an unforced error and a bad political calculation at the very least.
Okay, so I wasn't sure which way he was going. I was cleaning my glasses, but hey everybody. Whoa, Donnie's. What's going on here, dude? Oh, Donnie didn't get his treat that he and Panda always get at the beginning of the show. And I take him for a walk every day, and every day he gets a couple of these sticker things in him. But today he went straight on into a tree, I think, smelling, because his whole face was full of it. Panda. Panda's already here. You don't gotta call her. She knows. She knows. Dude. Let me at least get to the next article. Maybe it'll be a video and I can pet you a little bit during the video, okay? Alright, so a liberal man gets arrested after beating the side of a federal vehicle multiple times. Oh, I like watching these videos. I like watching these. Whoa, he's not... What the hell is he beating it with? Oh, he just got his I'm a good guy card because I beat up an ICE vehicle. I got my street cred now. Oh, I know why everybody's looking. They're waiting for the next Shirley video.
Get back across the street! Get back! Get back across the street! Get back across the street!
Like, this is the Ice Watch, you know, exactly step by step on their instruction manual, right? Do everything you can to make the cops look bad. Call them names, push them. This guy went up and started beating the hell out of their car with some metal post of some kind. And they're like, "You guys are pussies, arresting him for that." Shut the fuck up.
Across the street! Not want you here! Across the street! They will bring you down!
And that was from last night. So I got a couple more from last. All these are first ones are. Oops, I don't want to open link. All these first ones here we're watching are from last night. Let's go. Let's go. All right, protesters vandalized the hotel surrounding the building in Minneapolis that says "fuck ICE," and I'm not even sure if it was a real ICE hotel that they're staying at. Wow. So let me get this straight. Just because the hotel is renting to people, and they don't know for sure if it's ICE agents when they rent to them, I don't think. You never know. But just because they're renting to some ICE agents, you're going to destroy their hotel, tag it all up and stuff. Yeah, you're just lovely people. This was also last night. This was in Santa Ana. And I think what they're saying here is they hit the person in the eye with a pepper ball, I think. Oh yeah, they're bleeding pretty good. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the people to stop doing the stupid things that they do, and they're definitely doing some stupid shit right here.
My boy right here. My boy right here. Oh shit, they got a big gas. Yeah. Send the medic. Send the medic.
With my dumbass button. Is that a chick or a dude? I can't tell. Oh, now they're lighting, let me guess, an American flag? You can't see what they're lighting. Yep, an American flag. Yep, an American flag. Okay, so you're gonna destroy an American flag. And you're doing all this in justice's name for Renee Good. How makes what you're doing any better? How makes what you're doing any better whatsoever? All right, here, this is a Somali-owned daycare in Columbus, Ohio, and apparently they only accept welfare because they know welfare pays. They can steal from welfare, but they don't want your money to do work. Why should I do work? The government's gonna pay me for free if I lie.
And now if I just fill this out, I can bring it back today?
Yeah, you actually take it to the welfare?
Yeah. Can I pay privately? Like with cash, US dollars? Or is it only welfare?
Yeah, you just take it to welfare.
Okay, what if I don't have welfare? Okay, yeah, let me know. Because I don't know if I'll qualify for welfare. Thank you.
I mean, look at how disgusting that building is.
I'm doing good.
I know you, man.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Good to meet you.
What's up, man? I see you everywhere going every day, cuz, man.
Me? No, that's not me.
Come on, my nigga. I know you everywhere, man. But do me a favor, though. Don't record my kids, man.
What are you talking about?
Like, don't do me a favor, don't record my kids, man, cause I know you.
Who am I?
I fucking know you, man.
Well, who am I though? I don't even know what you're talking
I'm
about.
right now.
I'm trying to care for my baby.
I don't give a fuck. You don't know baby, man.
What are you talking about? You don't know if I got a baby or not.
Stop the bullshit, okay? My job's right there, okay?
Yeah.
I see you camera here. I just came out. You know what I'm saying?
You see the what?
Listen, I don't give a fuck what you got right now, bro. You feel me? I'm just telling you. If
Trying to see what kind of car he's driving. Oh, it's a Honda.
I'm gonna come after you.
You're gonna come after me?
He's driving a Honda.
All right.
Nice threat.
How are
They're
we
just
doing?
lovely people, aren't they?
One
1-year-old.
year old with the headphones
No welfare though.
on. Go for it.
So you guys take cash, right?
No, he said no.
You guys don't take. I can only. You guys only take welfare. Only welfare.
Yeah.
So if I don't qualify, I can't get childcare with you guys.
Oh, we just take families for welfare.
Only families with welfare.
Yeah. Are you recording?
No, this is. I mean,
He'll actually talk to you.
hey, what's up, Mohammed?
Yes, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just trying to get some childcare.
Yeah, because if you don't have like the welfare, so
Yeah.
we got like co-payment.
Okay.
Because some people they don't have the welfare.
Yeah, like I don't know if I'll fully qualify. I think I can pay with cash though. Do you guys have cash rates?
Yeah, because we get a co-payment because you have first you have to apply the welfare. You know.
If I don't qualify, can I still drop JoJo here?
No, you because they created for you, you know, the case number.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, thanks, Mohammed. See you later. Okay. All right, thank you. Sorry.
Did they say 1 star? Speaking of this, so I had a friend, an acquaintance in high school, right? And I knew this young lady, and I knew her name. I forget what it is now. And so I went to this Cabrillo High School in Lompoc, California, and I became a service plumber, you know, in 2000s, early 2000s. And I went to this house, and my boss was like, "Hey, dude, you know, this is another Robin Williams type woman. I need you to just be nice. This is like this lady's richer than anybody I've ever met or seen in my life." And I was like, even richer than, you know, we had a lot of rich clients. And so I go into this house. Oh, I know her name. I remember her name now. And I go into the house, and I'm starting to do the work, and the lady's just amazingly nice, you know. And I wasn't into politics back then. I was just a dumbass plumber. And so I'm working on it, and this girl walks around the corner, and they're like, and she called me by my first name, and I was like, and then I looked at her. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, and she's like, "Yeah, but don't call me that name anymore. I don't go by that name." She turned Muslim, right? And this girl was not exactly the straight and narrow chick in high school, right? You know, and so I'm pretty sure she was scamming on this because she's like, please don't tell him I grew up in Lompoc. Please don't tell him my first name, you know." And I'm just like, so I just stayed out of it, right? Now, had the lady said, "Oh, you know so and so," I would have said her real name. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know. I went to high school." I would have said that, but you know, that lady, as soon as she's like, "Just fix whatever you got to do." And the worst part of it all, it was her highest bathroom. She had a 5-story house. It was the shower valve was leaking in the very, very top of the house, and it was a shower valve that was at least 100 years old. That I had to order special parts. Took me a couple of days to get them. It was just crazy. But yeah, this woman was being taken advantage of. A woman who was turned to Muslimism.
And now, if I just fill this out, I can bring it back today?
No, you actually take it to.
I think I messed up. I played the same one again. Yep. So yeah, I've actually seen it. You know, I should look that person up in high school. You know, in like the school stuff. You know. All right. So after recent court filings, experts now believe there's a strong chance that Ashley St. Clair will lose full or partial custody of her child with Elon Musk. So a couple of days ago, she stated online, or somewhere, that she was going to get transgender procedures for Elon Musk's son, who is only 1 year old. Make sure we have a video. Do we have a video on this? Oh yeah, we do have a video on it. Let's watch the video. Oh, never mind. It's just a video like this. It says, Elon is bringing on the best legal team money can buy and will be pursuing the matter intensely. And this guy has the money to where, what if he really wanted to do it, He could just go in and he'd send somebody into every single legal office in the country. And so if he can get there before her, then she can't get an attorney because he's spoken to everyone and they have that attorney. It's a conflict of interest, right? He's got the money to do that, but I just think he just needs the best team. So this comes after Ashley suggested she may transition their 1-year-old boy in the opposite gender, presumably to get back at him for lowering her monthly payments. You know, I think this is a ploy. I already thought this before I read this about maybe she's just trying to get money from him. Oh, I'm just gonna get some money out of him, right? And she probably doesn't even want the kid. She's like, just fucking give me my money, keep the fucking kid, and let me. You know, who knows? You know, I've have women want to date me just because of who I am. You know, at least back in the day, and stuff. So who knows what woman would do now just to get money? And I'm not saying it was because I was rich before. It's just because I had some couple stalkers. You know, back in the day. I used to be on this news show, morning news show called Wild 94.9, and I shouldn't say news show, it was a prank show in San Francisco, and it was like the top show in the city. And so people would like I had this one girl wanted to date me just oh my god, you're my favorite character on that show and she fell all in love with me. We went to the show and then we went to the bar afterwards and she's just telling everybody in the bar, "This is Eddie from the Doghouse Morning Show. Yeah, come hang out with us." All of a sudden everybody's buying me shots and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I'm like the smallest character on this show, right? I'd only been there for like a week and this lady was going nuts over it. So I was like, well shit, I'll take the free drinks. So this footage of the post shows a glimpse into the past when she sued him last year for more money. Remember, she's like, I gotta sell my Tesla because he only gives me like $300,000 a month. It was some insane amount of money too. What a joke. What a joke. I hope it was some good, you know what. Alright, I didn't want to have to look at this. Trans Tifa terrorist Jason Greco, aka Lavender, has been identified as the person responsible for printing Death to Ice banners. Seeing as he stole the material from his job at Staples, I figured the least I could do is show up with the banner and notify his general manager. Oh, this has got to be good.
Today I'm at Staples in Henrietta returning some property.
So it's probably
Watch the manager or the general manager approved it.
So, are you familiar with Jason Greco, Lavender?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I have to keep this as evidence, but this was printed out here at this location without your permission. Can you unravel that, please? Don't worry, you're not going to be...
Yeah, I know exactly what I said. I just got the call about it. So.
Okay. So I'm going to hold on to that.
Okay.
But I want to make you aware that one of your employees, Jason Greco, was printed out about 5 of these and has been posting them up.
Okay, I'll take a look into it. I just got a call, so I just actually was bubbling it up as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Is that Lavender right there? Or which one? I can't even tell which one Lavender is. Oh, these people are disgusting. But Staples is rich. They can afford me to print up a couple signs, right? They can afford it. I know they can. And if anybody's still here waiting for the next Shirley video, we're doing that very last. We're gonna do that very last. So it's probably gonna be at least another hour and a half if that's what you're waiting for, guys. So it says this morning, Ilhan Omar kept walking when Loomer unleashed. So Laura Loomer and the Charles Downs asked her if she was inflaming anti-ICE riots in Minneapolis with their lies in an effort to spread anti-ICE agitation across the country to obstruct President Donald J. Trump. Let's see what they said.
Hello, Congresswoman. Are you spreading?
So they're walking. That lady, I don't know. Maybe I saw a clip yesterday, and maybe it's the same dress. Maybe this is from yesterday. She was wearing that tight red dress, and I was like, man, it looks like she's going clubbing. So I don't know if this is yesterday or not.
Hello, Congresswoman. Are you spreading false information, inflaming anti-ICE riot tensions in an effort to spread the riots across the country? Is this all about obstructing President Trump's secure border policies? Is that what this is about?
She does look good in the dress, though.
Is she wouldn't like to answer, Congresswoman? Did the Democrat Party tell you to ride in the back of a pickup truck and trash ICE?
Isn't there a song or a movie called Devil in a Red Dress? Devil in the Red Dress. I think it's a song. I think it's a song. Maybe it's both. I don't know. But she's a liberal. She's definitely a devil in a red dress. And she looks like she was working for her. So she's a liberal devil. The anti-ICE agitator's wife is yelling at officers, "Why did you have to use real?" So this is Good's wife saying, "Why did you have to use real bullets?" Because somebody had told them apparently, "Oh, they don't use real bullets. They don't use real bullets." So let's listen to this.
Why don't you have real bullets?
And so some people are saying, "Oh, she just said that because she was confused. She didn't make her go down there." Baloney, right? The first few seconds after something that goes wrong, and it's time to blame somebody. If you really did the wrong thing and you knew it, yeah, you're gonna take the blame for it, and that she did. She did it. She did it. She did it. She did it. Just come on, let's be real. She said, "Oh my God, I made her come down here." Right? I thought you weren't supposed to have real bullets. So apparently somebody, or she said, "Why did you have real bullets?" Sorry. Somebody, obviously, it sounds like, told her, "Hey, they don't use real bullets." Okay, what started as a civil infractions ends in a 15-year. So this is from last night. Okay, so these videos, like the woman in the red dress yesterday,
take your phone?
was from yesterday because I saw this last night. So
Okay.
I gave her
This is as least aggressive as any of us can be, I promise you. I'm not here to discuss my tone with you. If the police... No, you guys listen. If the police say get out of the car, you have to get out of the car. She's...
Another YouTube lawyer.
Is she under arrest, what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Not under arrest. How can I be under arrest?
You're driving without a license.
Call your supervisor.
You're going to be removed from the car if you don't open the door.
Call your supervisor. You won't have to drag me out this car.
I have the time. I have a breaker as well. Here, let me go get my gloves.
Okay. Yeah, go get the breaker.
If you don't step out of the car, we're going to break the window and we're going to remove you from the vehicle. You're going to be arrested for felony obstruction.
I want your supervisor. Are you
I understand that. I don't need to provide.
Are you a supervisor?
No, I'm not required to provide you.
I'm pregnant in this car, and I don't want it to escalate.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. My
So all the people that do this, they either got a suspended license, a warrant for their arrest, no license, no insurance, something, because they think it's a way to get out of what they're doing wrong, and it never works.
Okay.
I have the right to call your supervisor. Why can't you call your supervisor?
Well, I'm not required to do so.
Yes, you are. If I feel like I'm
Why is she acting so loud?
We're going to break your window.
We're going to break the window if you don't step out of the car.
And then you're coming out anyway. So,
okay, you're under arrest.
You know what? I'm gone.
get out of the car.
Well, you better not take off. You know what? You're going to be in trouble if you take off.
No, step out of the car.
It says part 1. I hate these fucking things. Okay, now you're going to jail for fighting him. Why do you keep calling yourself names? Is she gonna drive off? She's trying to drive off. Holy shit. Holy sheep shit, Batman. Holy sheep shit, you dumbass. Man, now I gotta find that video. Maybe we'll play it another day. Alright, so Renee Good's family has hired the same law firm that represented George Floyd's family to file a claim against federal officials. Good's partner, parents, and 4 siblings retained Romanuki and Blandon to launch a civil investigation. And you know what the worst part is? They're going to get paid. They're going to get paid. Let's be real. They're going to get paid. All right, so ICE agents just ripped a man out of his vehicle and arrested him next to a Minneapolis Target, and they doused him. Left us like, I can't even talk today. But I think this was today, right? Yeah, this was today. This was today, finally. We're in today. Welcome to today. Are they trying to have a civil war again? Are they really trying to have a civil war again? I don't know. A couple years ago when all this stuff first started out, my sister, we were talking about it, and she's like, "Yeah, but we're on the side with the guns. Not only are we on the side with the guns, but we're on the side with the guns that actually know how to use them." Good point. Good point.
Get the fuck out of our city, you fucking bastard! Fuck you! This is our city, get the fuck out!
This is our street, get the fuck out.
Fuck you, man! Leave him alone! City, you fucking cocksucking dogs!
Lovely language.
You didn't do anything! Leave him alone! Get the fuck out!
We don't need no education. Leave them kids alone.
Yo, fuck you, man! Fascist fucks! Go back! Go!
Dude, and what, I don't get it. Well, I guess I kind of do. I say, well, I could call another dude crippled because I'm crippled, right? I remember in high school, there was the two girls lived like 2 houses down from me, just gorgeous, gorgeous women, and they were black, and their mom, I kept getting in trouble with my car, so my mom would take it away, so that their mom would let me go and ride with them. And oh my gosh, I had the biggest crush on them, right? And I started wearing Carl Kanai clothes everywhere, living, what's the colors, the name, something colors, not in living color, but anyway, I'd wear those cross colors. No, Carl Kanai cross colors, right? And so then one day I said that N word around him, right? And I'm like, well, you guys say it all the time. They're like, yeah, but you're white, you can't say it, you don't get it. And I was like, and I never did, right? I was like, they're like, Eddie, we're not mad at you because we know you're not racist, right? I mean, we know you got a crush on homegirl right here, but so I just never knew what it meant when I was a kid. I was like, well, you guys are always saying it. All right, so this morning, the FBI and partners executed a search warrant of an individual at the Washington Post who was found to be allegedly obtaining and reporting classified sensitive military information from a government contractor, endangering our warfighters and compromising Americans' national security. The alleged leaker was arrested this week and is in custody. As this is an ongoing investigation, we will have no further comment. And we found out who it was. I think it's in the next, one of the next or 2 clips that I have. It's going to show her name. I think it's the second one, not this one. Oh, it's the same one. Darn it. I got to figure out a way to know if I had taken the thing or not. All right, breaking news. The ICE agent who was hit by Renee Good in Minneapolis suffered internal bleeding in the torso following the incident, per CBS News, citing 2 U.S. officials. Now indict Good's wife for telling her to run over the ICE agent. That would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, let's go here. Oh, yeah, here we go from Brianna Morello. FBI just raided the home of a Washington Post journalist, Hannah Nathanson, in connection to the probe of missing handling documents. So let's watch it here.
It looks like the FBI has just searched the home of a Washington Post reporter. That news coming to us right now. And obviously, the details are very limited, but it looks like this so-called journalist may have had classified documents in their home. Specifically, they're not saying that obviously that Hannah Nathanson is the woman who actually went and got these documents, but apparently she lives with an individual who has access to this material. Now, again, we're waiting for more details on all of this, but as of right now, the Washington Post, too, saying that they're waiting before providing comment, that they are monitoring the issue. But again, this Washington Post reporter has just had their home raided by the FBI. The FBI is looking to crack down to see if there was possibly classified information, government materials inside of their home. And again, there's a person who may have top security clearance who would be the one to have it in their possession, living in that home. So again, we're going to continue to follow it as it
Interesting.
develops as of right now. But anytime, the FBI raids a home of a journalist.
So did you hear that? Somebody living in her family that works for the agency where she could have got the documents from. Interesting.
I've got my eye on that because regardless of what kind of reporter it is or what outlet they work for, obviously you want to make sure that all is fair and it's not the government trying to crack down and go after reporters. But as of right now, it looks like that they believe that this reporter may have classified documents in their home. Again, this report is still ongoing. It's still developing, but this raid happening earlier today.
So not only are you going to get yourself in trouble, you just got your friend or family member in trouble too. Oh, whoops. Did I do that wrong? Paste. Dude, let me try and copy it again. Copy link. Let's see. Did I copy the wrong link down? Nope. Okay, there we go. Renee Good's father, former father-in-law, says he doesn't blame ICE and he calls on people to love one another. Let's see what he has to say. Renee Good.
Out front now, Renee Good's former father-in-law, Timmy Macklin, and he is the grandfather of Good's 6-year-old son, that little boy. And Timmy, we're really appreciative that you are willing to speak out. And I know you want to talk about Renee. Your son was married to her before he died in 2023. And now there has been this horrible tragedy. For Renee, and of course your grandson now has lost both his biological parents. You just heard the president speak about your former daughter-in-law. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm a Trump supporter also, and Renee was an amazing person. I mean, she full of life, full of joy. I mean, real gentle, a good mother. I just think we make bad choices, and that's the problem. There's so much chaos in the whole world today. And that's what about.
Real quick, look at this picture right here. She looks beautiful in this picture, doesn't she? But then you go and you look at her screaming. Maybe it's just her anger made her look ugly, but she actually looks beautiful right here.
Says if my people would humble themselves and seek his face and pray and turn from our wicked ways, God will hear from heaven and forgive our sins and heal our lands. And that's what we need to do. We need to turn to God and walk in the Spirit of God and let him lead us and guide us.
So we have some news.
She's amazing.
Yeah. I wish I was that kind of a Christian, right? I can't lift the other cheek. I can't turn the other cheek. I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I am sorry for your loss, because for your loss for you, it's your grandson who will suffer so greatly, and you have suffered the loss of your own son so tragically as well, her former husband. Your grandson's 6 years old. Have you been able to see him or talk to him since all of this has happened?
Not since it's happened. I've been blessed to see him, 2 or 3 times a year. He's an amazing young child. I mean, he's amazing. He's really smart, and so I look forward to seeing him when I can.
Now I'm surprised they had him on there being a Trump supporter, but he's saying nice things about her, so that's probably why. I don't know how much longer I'm going to watch this, but
I want to ask you about this. When you talk about the confusion, and you've been open, obviously, about your support for the president, when you look at the videos of what happened, and I'm sure they're very hard for you, Timmy, to watch if you've even been able to. But the Deputy Attorney General says that the Justice Department doesn't believe that there's evidence to back a criminal investigation, right? And nothing about charges or anything like that, just an investigation into what happened in terms of the ICE agents' actions. But they were, according to the prosecutors resigning today, pressuring them to investigate Renee's actions and Becca, her wife's actions. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, it's a hard situation.
He reminds me of Drunk Uncle without the beard. I'm not blaming anybody. Well, you know what? That's why CNN has him on there. You should blame Rebecca and Renee. It was they were the ones that did the action. They went down there to mess with the ICE agents. They knew better, and unfortunately, they put themselves in a position for that to happen to them. And had they not put themselves in that position and their actions of what they did, this wouldn't have happened at all. So I don't feel bad. I don't. You know what? I just don't. And this is funny to me. Look, so USCIS says, "Are you here illegally? Pack your bags. It's time to self-deport." But the funniest part of all that I see with this is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. It's like because they're Mexican, they got a whole bunch of kids. At least that's what I thought. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe is it too soon? Is it a bad joke? No, not to me. Not to me. Holy shit! An illegal alien just tried to run over ice chains in San Antonio. San Anto. Let's watch it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Troopers, Texas police.
At a Walmart too.
Come out of the car.
Open the window.
He's in proceedings. He's good to go. Let me get my break. Lower the window.
Watch out behind you! Watch out!
Oh, he didn't try to run into him. He did run into him. Really, like that little tiny car is gonna push his SUV? Come on. You're a dumbass.
Cut it off! Now! Cut it off! Turn off the car! Cut the car! Cut off! Come out of the car! Come out of the car! Come out! Now!
I can already hear the liberals screaming, "He didn't do nothing wrong. Why did you do that to him? You should have been nicer to him. He only tried to run into your cars twice and back into you and then run into you."
Hey! I'm here!
All right, here with reaction, ICE Director Todd Lyons. Todd, I mean, if that doesn't educate the public about these ramming incidents, I don't know what else will, on top of what happened. You know, previously, we now have 3 in recent days. Very dangerous now. Do you see a lot of this danger to the rhetoric of people like Tim Walz, who compares ICE to Gestapo?
Yeah, Sean, unfortunately, when we hear elected officials calling upon individuals to impede or obstruct, ICE law enforcement operations nationwide, you're going to see incidents like this. And that was a video you're probably not going to see on mainstream media, right? That actually shows exactly what's happening. You saw the officers and agents attempting to apprehend a criminally illegal alien, and there they are using their weapon, using their car as a weapon. The lead vehicle, the ICE vehicle, the gray one that was struck, that officer had to go to the hospital with neck injuries. And every day, Sean, this is what the men and women of ICE are facing. It's constant impediments, constant attacks like this. And, it's not safe for my folks. It's not safe for the public. It really needs to stop.
What do you make of these groups that have instructions on how to confront and basically fight with ICE agents? They call it a micro intifada, and I can go into all the details of it. I'm sure you're closely aware of it. But we're talking about a strategy laid out by groups of people to make your jobs harder and obstruct justice. Should those people be arrested?
100%, Sean. Any law enforcement officer will tell you, it's a constitutional right, go out there and protest. But when you have organized criminal gangs, which these are, that are organizing these groups to, again, impede or obstruct law enforcement operations, lawful law enforcement agents, enacting the laws that Congress has written, that's a criminal act. And I will tell you that Homeland Security investigations, my folks, the FBI, we're investigating these, and people are going to be held accountable. Good. Because you can't organize groups to go out and impede law enforcement. It's a criminal act, and we have to act swiftly to cause this from spreading.
Do you have a response to Philadelphia's DA threatening to prosecute ICE agents, which, by the way, is not constitutional, but putting that aside, do you have a response for that DA?
Good luck with that.
Sean, what I'll say is the men and women of ICE, the men and women of ERO, the men and women of HSI, they're not committing any crimes. So he doesn't have to worry about arresting any of my folks, because what we're doing is we're enforcing the law. We are out there every day making this nation and his city safe again. So he shouldn't worry about the men and women of ICE. What he should worry about is the sanctuary policies that have these criminal aliens go back into his neighborhoods and commit heinous crimes like fentanyl trafficking, human trafficking.
I just don't get why, I understand why the Democrats are pushing it and stuff like that, but I don't get why the actual liberals themselves are like, oh yeah, let's release these criminals, oh, well, it's because they're black and they had a bad life, so it's okay for them to murder people. Yeah, I don't get that at all. All right, here's Ilhan Omar, and listen to what she says she's going to do.
And so today, I am glad to announce that the Congressional Progressive Caucus has adopted an official position to hold ICE accountable. Our caucus members will oppose
She
all
said cock.
funding for immigration enforcement in any appropriation bills
Hey, what's up,
until
Val?
meaningful
Good evening.
reforms are enacted
You forgot Panda.
to end militarized policing practices. And so today, I am
I'm playing it
glad
again.
to announce that the Congressional Progressive Caucus has adopted an official position.
Oh man, what's going on all of a sudden? You know, I think I know why. Sometimes these people they repost their things and so it doesn't go through. There we go. Now it works. So here we go. This is where we're starting to talk about a war. You know, last night they said that President Trump had to go into a meeting late at night about something, and I thought this was going to be it. So it says U.S. forces storm tankers in anti-smuggling operation, integrated combat power. Oh, never mind. This is something different. My bad. I'm not there yet where I thought I was going to be. Let's watch this. So we're taking more tankers. Oh, these are those Osprey helicopter or Osprey planes, aren't they? Aren't they super dangerous? I don't know why we use them still. I guess we need to, right? There you go. She gives loves and hugs to you too, Val. It's a regular helicopter. I like it. I like it. United States Southern Command. Great video. Great video. All right, so the FBI, so this is more information about the Washington Post reporter. So the FBI raided the home of Washington Post reporter Hannah Nathanson this morning related to her suspected unauthorized handling sharing of classified information on Signal chats. Prepare for more political whiplash as suddenly it becomes okay for somebody to do so if one is a reporter. Nathanson bragged about her year-long role as a portal for complaints by federal workers. Some who disclosed to her that they had contemplated suicide over the president's reforms in December 2025 columns and revealed she clearly accepted information she knew she should not have had. The senators also acknowledged as much. This leak operation resulted in several stories at Washington Post intended to damage the Trump administration. A few snippets from Natasha's 2025 article are this. Okay, it says, people are inside government agencies. Weren't supposed to tell me about any of that, I said. So I showed him our story, revealing the United States Postal Service's law enforcement arm was assisting with President Trump's mass deportation campaign, and a piece that uncovered how Doge was trying to pull millions of Americans' personal information shortly after we published it. Hey, what's up, Stormy? Welcome, Stormy. Says, I still wake up between 30 and 100 Signal notifications. Some become stories. President Trump's proposed foreign aid plan included a surprising $50 million for Greenland's polar bears amid the buildup of American forces in the Caribbean. Maybe that's his way of buying it. We never know. What else is she showing? I understand the risk, a Defense Department worker wrote, but getting the truth and facts out of it is so much more important. And from someone in the Army, I am sharing this with you because the public needs to know the real-world consequences of this decision. I urge you to cover this story before it's too late. So this is a traitor to our country. Signal message sent February 13th. So this is all the way back in February. Doge is at DHS headquarters looking at FEMA and CISA. And all I can tell you, best of luck deleting this conversation. Well, apparently it didn't get deleted there, bud. Or female, or whatever you are. This was sent February 23rd. I had no intention of leaving federal service before the election, but I'm currently applying desperately in an effort to get back to the private sector. Everything I liked about my job, telework, stability, serving the greater good was taken from me. So now you just got to look at somebody near her that has this. And from what I've read in certain posts today, is that she, somebody is living in her house that has this access. So for her person living in her house, they got to hope it's not her, but I guarantee you they're being thoroughly investigated right now. Thoroughly investigated. All right, breaking news. Democrat Senator Elisa Slotkin is now under federal investigation for urging the troops and deep state intelligence community to rebel against President Trump. good. And this is the video that they played.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly. Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy. Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
I thank all you guys for your service, but what you're doing here is
We
wrong.
want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
Does anybody have
We know you're
Verizon?
under
Are their
enormous
phones
stress
out?
and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home. Our laws are
You know, and just how can people say it when they're not in the meetings? They don't know exactly what's going on. What gives them a right to tell people this? It's treason. By all likes of the name, right? It's treason. Shit. What am I doing here? My bad. I was trying to copy another link, but it's treason, folks. No matter what you say about it, it's treason. It's wrong. And I hope they get their due diligence or do whatever they're due. Right? Put them through their due process. So this is from Elon Musk. He says, America is 4% of the world population, but illegals can scam money from the government that is higher than 95% of Earth and more than most Americans make. America would be swamped, go bankrupt, and then cease to exist at all if illegal alien enforcement were to be defunded. Because they're asking, every time an immigrant argues for more immigration, I become more of a restrictionist. If letting in any means they'll eternally lobby to let in more, we shouldn't take the risk. I would support making immigration skepticism a criterion for immigration if it could be enforced. Yeah, unfortunately, these liberals, they don't think that way because they know that I'm going to give these people something and they're going to vote for me. So let's just give them whatever the hell they want. And that way they'll vote for me next time. And then they'll bring in their family and then they'll vote for me too. Holy crap, this actually happened on Capitol Hill. I'm just going to play the video. Holy shit, it's 5 minutes long, but we'll play it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was.
Liberal.
I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get pregnant?
there are many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant?
I
Was
do
it hard to
think
find me today on
science
Rumble?
and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes, no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes, no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. The United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
So should people be allowed to retain their medical license if they can't say, if they can't tell you that a man cannot get pregnant? What do you guys think?
Pregnant.
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
what you were talking about is biological.
You're not going to answer my question, it sounds like to me.
Biological males.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
Again, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
It also,
We are here about
Pretty
the
sure this is
safety
old, but
of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged. And yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
That's what you get for thinking. So what do you guys think? If you're a doctor and you can't say what the yes or no answer is that men can get pregnant or not, I think you should have your license revoked. What are your thoughts? All right, get this. And I think this number is low if you ask me, but who the heck am I to know? It says more than 20% of the videos shown to new YouTube users are AI slop per The Guardian. Oh, I'm on the right channel. Thank you. Thank you, Hope. Good. I was just wondering, because sometimes I had to change something up today, and so I was wondering if I did the right channel, because I had to switch the channel name. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so breaking news. Speaker Johnson tells Democrats to screw off. ICE will never be defunded despite their threats to as a government shutdown. Let's hear Speaker Johnson.
This is no time to be playing games with national security and public safety, and that's what Democrats are doing, beating the drums up here. Remember what ICE stands for. It's Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They are enforcing the law. They are apprehending the dangerous criminals who were allowed into our country because Joe Biden kept the border wide open for 4 years. An estimated more than 20 million people came in. Many of them are a great danger to our community. A lot of them have collected in cities like Minneapolis. You know, these sanctuary cities, they're all there, and so ICE has to go and do its job. There's a lot of spin on the Democrat side. They're assaulting our law enforcement officers, and they're breaking the law. They need to get out of the way and allow federal law enforcement to do its duty. That serves all the American people. This is no time to...
Amen. So anti-ICE protesters. Now this is in Oregon, by the way, Medford, Oregon. I've driven through there. I think I, you know, in Medford, I think I went in there one time and did some thrift store shopping, and I found a cool place. All right, where they held a sign saying "Crush ICE while others lay on the ground." I mean, this is embarrassing. This is stupid. Why are people doing stupid shit like this? I don't get it. Oh, look, wait, this lady's doing the Nazi salute. This lady is doing the Nazi salute even. Just to say, all this is a publicity stunt. It's just a freaking publicity stunt. Nothing more, nothing less. And I don't think it can get less. Okay, now here's why I'm worried about maybe a possible something going on today. So it says 6 U.S. Air Force refueling planes just took off from Qatar. 6 KC-135 Stratton tankers. Stratton tankers, that's an interesting name. Let's see what these planes look like. Can I copy it? Oh, I can't copy it. Just left the Al Udeid Air Force Base. These are the planes that refuel fighter jets mid-flight. When this many take off together, it usually means something serious might be coming about. So they're coming out of Qatar, right? And but they're not. They don't say where they're going. Which, I mean, I wouldn't think they would anyways, right? So something's about to pop off, at least from my thoughts. I think it's going to pop off. If it hasn't even done already. All right, so this is Mercado Media. This guy's a douchebag. I remember when I went to Minnesota, he told everybody on X, Eddie Black Films is down there at the Hennepin County Courthouse. Go find him and get him, right? So, and he's a liberal douche. So it says anti-ICE lunatic films himself driving recklessly. Let's watch. I actually watched this, and I mean, this guy's a dumbass. Not only is he getting himself in trouble by filming it, he was in a group of cars, and the other cars around him, he gets in trouble too because their license plates are all over it. Watch this. Look.
Yes, you guys are turning into backseat drivers and you need to stop. You have masked federal agents roaming around with full kit on with live ammo in, and you're like, stop running stop signs. We pay taxpayer-funded services. Where'd they go? Straight still? Oh my god, we're stuck behind the fucking bus now.
So watch what he does here.
Oh my god, this fucking bus.
Watch this. So he has a computer in there. You can hear him typing. So I wonder if he's driving and typing. So look, he goes around the bus,
please look.
goes through the red light.
Please don't even think about that.
Look at this, running red lights, almost hitting cars. So now he just got the person in front of him in trouble too because he showed him his license plate.
I wouldn't trust this truck. No, this guy is definitely. What's on
Oh,
the
because
right?
a guy has a big truck, you got to worry about him.
These cars are not stopping. There's nothing I can do. What's on the right? That's nice.
They have the green light. You're mad at them for not stopping?
Go. I'm going. Hi.
I got to trim my beard. My mustache.
That's gonna suck.
Okay, so look, this car cuts off a bus. Tries to cut off a bus. Now he's running it again too. So you have both his license plate. You know who Mercado Media is.
They're going through the light.
So look, the light is red already. The light is red already. Watch this. He's just going full speed almost into there. Almost hit that Prius.
I'll do it. I'll show you guys how it works. So you do like that, and then there you go. 86,000 seconds, just like that. Goodbye.
What is he talking about? They just ran the stop sign. He's trying to say, oh, I stopped for 86,000. Look, he's running a red light again. Running a stop sign. That is not a California stop.
That was ice. Just slid on the ice.
And by the way, we know that he smokes pot while in the driver's seat before going somewhere. So look at this. They're just cutting off this car. Look at that. He almost hit that car. That Toyota, whatever it is.
Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, what are they doing? There was a guy crossing. I think they were waiting for him.
So, okay, so now this is a different car. So now they got that Subaru's license plate for running a stop sign.
I wasn't sure if they were going to try to kind of do something weird to him. I know. Right. They went right? Okay.
So here's the Subaru and that red car. Look, they're both running a red light again.
How am I doing? Right? You good on this side? Thank you, John. W. John with the quick reaction directions. Watch right for me, please.
Look like they're coming to George Floyd. Yeah, that's George Floyd Square.
This is a common area that they like to drive through. But George Floyd Square.
I've been there.
ICE vehicles rolling right through it.
Not only is he getting himself in trouble for filming himself do it, but all these cars in front of him, he's catching their license plate while they do it too. For another stop sign they ran. Guys are idiots. Guys are freaking idiots. I think I forgot to change the video, so hold on. Yeah, forgot to switch it. What the heck? Oh, I know why. Copy link. That's my fault. I'm a dumbass sometimes. But there we go. I think we finally got it. He finally does something right. So Indiana-born Democrat Representative Shirley Sanders says he's gonna abolish ICE.
And we must reform ICE. But it looks at this stage, folks, ICE is beyond reform. ICE is totally out of control. And this week, I intend to introduce a bill to abolish ICE.
You're an idiot.
We need to make ICE.
I don't think people that are foreign-born should be in any kind of office like this in the first place. But I mean, also, I don't think somebody who has a conflict of interest because they're a foreigner that came to the United States and became legal, it's a conflict of interest, if you ask me. And I don't think they should be able to serve in Congress and good stuff like that. All right, breaking news. The Senate has just blocked the House-passed legislation giving tens of billions of dollars to big, rich insurance for 3 more years under Obamacare. Good. Let's see what this dude's going to bitch about.
The Senate proceed to its immediate consideration, that the bill be read 3 times and passed, and that the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Mr. President.
Senator from Idaho.
Mr. President, reserving the right to object. My colleague's proposal offers nothing new.
He's the one that actually he filmed it. So he filmed it when they hit Cam Higbee, or it was Nick Sorter's rental car. But he was the one that filmed it. He was the one getting in people's faces. I watched a video that Gra, I think, shared this morning or yesterday about it, where Cam Higbee's that Mercado Media was the one getting in their face at the car when nobody was there and said, "I'm going to get everybody from the state down here right now. I'm telling them to come down here to get Cam," in so many words.
The Senate has already rejected a so-called clean 3-year extension of the enhanced COVID credits in December. None of the reasons we rejected this measure then have changed. Perpetuating a fraudulent, failed system without reforms is not a solution. Declining to offer consumers more choice and control over their health care is not a solution. Handing insurers an additional $80 billion of taxpayer money.
Okay, this guy's boring, but for once, the Senate Republicans finally did something right. They finally voted the right way, although Congress made a big mistake today, and a lot of Republicans went over and voted as Democrat this morning or tonight. So anti-ICE protesters are now throwing bottles of piss at ICE agents. It's time to use full force on these liberal terrorists. Let's watch this.
So make sure to write that down.
You said someone threw a bottle full of piss at you? Is that what?
Yeah. You want it? All this is all piss.
You're okay with me coming over to take shut off?
All this? Somebody threw a bottle of piss and it went all inside the vehicle too, and all over me. So.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
That's the peaceful protest you're seeing.
That's assault, right?
You guys are gonna T-bone into some family. Yeah. Drive safe, come on.
Is that assault or is that battery? Man, I took a law class in college for business law, and I forget which one that was. So, Somali activist who got arrested for blocking ICE in Minneapolis has now been spotted at the UN. Interesting. The UN, let's see this.
waxaa farxad ii ahayd maanta inaan imaado United Nationska laga maamuliyay adduunka halkaasi waa meesha ay fadhiistaan madaxda qodbeynaysa markaasi madax badan oo Soomaaliya joogto way imaadeen halka wayna ka hadleen war badan way ka sheegeen.
I mean their security doesn't really, I don't think they check IDs in the way that they do background searches on these people, but they do need to maybe step it up a little bit better. All right, ICE has detained a teacher after she tried to ram her vehicle at the ICE agents. Okay, let's watch this one. This one should be good. I think it's after the fact. Maybe we'll get some pre-fact. We'll see.
There are children here. Yeah. This is a school. This is a school.
This is a school.
You are at a school
on school property. There are children at school.
School.
Arresting a teacher at a school. Yes, Christina, we'll call your mom.
Christina, we'll call your mom.
This has all been documented, Christina.
Good.
Not just going after brown people now, white people.
They hate everyone. This is ICE.
She probably tried to hit him or something.
They hate freedom. They broke her window. They pulled her out of her car. They have tear gas around children.
That's because she ran my vehicle. No, I was right in front of her. You rammed her vehicle.
You rammed her vehicle. It's all documented. The record will show you are domestic terrorists.
She was turning into school and you rammed in front of her.
So this is a liberal person that cut this up, right? I'm thinking. So if it is a liberal person that cut this video up, if they have the footage, they're saying, "Oh, we got the footage," then why don't we see it here? Just think about that. It's probably because she did run into the cops or the ICE agent's vehicle.
I will witness this. I will witness every moment of this.
Well, good for you. Aren't you special?
Thought she was brown, but she's white.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. These guys are just pure idiots.
Why is she being detained? Nope. I have it on video on my dash cam. You guys rammed her.
Can you upload it? Can you upload it? I will hold your phone if you upload it now before it gets deleted. They have ways of deleting things.
It's like saved to a server.
It's documented and uploaded.
Yeah.
Get it uploaded as soon as possible. These people are going to come.
So now people are coming.
Oh, you're shrug? Fuck you, dude. That's because he knows he's wrong.
He hates America. Where is Christina? Where is she?
She's in the back seat of the black SUV.
Amber! Call Dennis. Education Minnesota has resources for this. These are outside agitators, not from Minnesota. They're here to cause chaos. This is what they want.
Hey, why are you filming us, buddy? All right, fuck you. Now stop. You coward loser.
Because they know they're in the wrong.
How are they in the wrong? Please tell us.
I understand that. I'm just passing on the message that we were told by the director.
All right, I guess it's pretty much more of this. Why watch the whole darn thing? Why watch the whole darn thing? All right, obstruction. Minneapolis leaders now want schools running errands for illegals so they can avoid ICE. It's not compassion. It's obstruction under federal law, and they know it. City Council President Elliot Payne announced that Minneapolis government schools will help illegal aliens avoid ICE by coordinating food and services. The policy directly conflicts with 8 Civil United States Code 1324, which prohibits shielding illegal aliens from detection. This is not passive non-cooperation, but active facilitations. Minneapolis officials are choosing lawlessness over public safety. Let's see this little video clip here.
I'm Council President Elliot Payne, and we are at Las Estrellas Elementary School. We just got done dropping some students off, and one of the things that you can do if you don't feel safe getting out in the streets and directly confronting these agents is you can help our families in our community. You can help with transportation, food, groceries, even technology so the students can still study at home remotely. Reach out to your school and find out what networks are doing the support that our students need.
This should be against the law. I think it is against the law. I hope these people get fired at the minimum. Removed from their board positions. Okay, let's listen to what President Trump is saying. This is when he was having the signing the new health stuff where milk is good again.
In fact, the sooner I get you out, the faster I'm going to know exactly what. We're going to see what happens with Greenland. We need Greenland for national security, so we're going to see what happens. They're going to brief me on the meeting right after this conference. In fact, the sooner I get you out, the faster I'm going to know exactly.
You know, real quick. So, what time is it? It is 6:11 p.m. here in California on January 14th. I have a when I first saw that, they're showing no planes are going over Iran and they're turning planes around and you see all these fueling jets and you see all this military heading towards Iran. I was like, this is a diversion for something else is going on. Something else is going on. They met with Greenland today. What do you think if, Donald J. Trump didn't like the answer from Greenland? And so they're setting a diversion. Look like we're going to Iran, but we're really going to go. So, you know what? Fuck you, Greenland. You're ours now. Let's see if I'm right. Probably not. But
what happened? But we have a very good relationship with Denmark, as you know. We'll see. But, we're doing the Golden Dome. We're doing a lot of things, and we really need it. If we don't go in, Russia's going to go in, and China's going to go in. And there's not a thing that Denmark can do about it, but we can do everything about it.
What they can do then?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, look, we're going to see what happens, but we need it. I'm not the first one. This was talked about by President Truman, and 40 years before President Truman, they were talking about it. They've been talking about this for 100 years. This is not anything so new. A lot of people don't realize that. This was a hot subject. Probably not as hot as it is now, but it was a hot subject for a long time. We need it for national security, and that includes for Europe. And I spoke with, as you know, Mark, the head of NATO, and he really wants to see something happen. It's very important for national security.
So, and real quick, they were whining to NATO, saying, "Hey, Denmark's part of NATO, so are we. You need to save us." But in NATO, who was the biggest defense in NATO? Us. Do you really think NATO? I think all of NATO combined, without having the United States in it, still has less firepower and knowledge of war than the United States. The United States is just overwhelmingly higher. Just saying. Holy smokes, Somali fraud representative Ilhan Omar is guilty. She's enraged, flailing, insulting anyone who questions her. I have the $9 billion, so let's see this. So that's the same girl that was in the red dress before, so this today. She's not in her tight red dress today.
Congresswoman Omar, yesterday you told me to please read when I asked you about the $9 billion fraud that you denied is happening, but I have it right here. I read. Look, Chairman Comer opens hearing on massive fraud scandal, $9 billion.
That's what Comer believes because he's as smart as you are.
It's not just Comer. It's Scott Besson. It's federal prosecutors. It's House Oversight. And it's Minnesota State Reps.
You could have that, ma'am. I think you need to get examined because your brain has been fried in some way, and it's not okay.
So when the only thing that you have is insults, you're already lost. You're already lost.
Hey,
you're already lost.
I hope you get some help. You and the Republicans here. Take care, okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't go to the learning centers that you're running over in Minnesota, but I think you should perhaps read what's actually.
One of those learning centers.
I need one of those learning centers.
Yes, see it.
Yeah.
Congresswoman Omar,
as soon as you start, having the, talk smack, you just lost everything. So if you have Verizon, I do. I was getting text messages earlier when I went to Fresno, so I don't know if I had this issue, but it says Verizon is still facing an ongoing network outage that has disrupted service for millions of users nationwide, leaving many with little to no cellular connectivity. The company has not released details yet. I wonder if we're going to get a little extra money on that. Because, hey, they got to pay us, I pay for you to have service for me all the time, but I couldn't get service. Verizon down. I wonder if they show, who all is down. Does it show, an area? Is it a certain area or what? They're not showing it. Map. Let's type in map. California outage map. There we go. Okay, so it says, what does it say? The out of services sites, if any, are located in the city zip code below Yosemite National Park. Type of outage wireless. Okay. Well, I'm in that area. Because I am like, so like here to, let's see, wait, where's Bass Lake? Wilwana, okay. This is Bass Lake right here. This is Bass Lake. So I'm somewhere over here. And the outage is just right there inside the park. Interesting. The things you learn. The things you learn. Yep, still Verizon one. What did I do again? Copy link. That's a tough night tonight. Things aren't working out so well. Dude, that's just okay. Well then, we're not gonna get that Anthony Cumia one there. You try one more time. Copy link. Paste link. There we go. This is the Anthony Cumia one. How do they imagine this is gonna go? Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see it. Let's see it, folks.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything,
sir. Nothing wrong.
I'm not doing anything, sir.
I've already told you.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
Oh, it's a Texas police officer.
Unlock the door.
Okay, we already spoke about this, sir. I'm not doing anything to y'all.
Unlock the door.
I'm not doing.
So do I.
They wanna.
Yes.
Break the windows, and this tow truck over here came over here too. I don't even know.
Just unlock the door.
I don't know.
Sir, I'm not gonna do it because
I watched a lot of things, so I don't know about.
Yes, you are at this time.
I told you. No, I'm not.
You are not listening.
It's not about that.
I already told you.
No, sir, it's not that. I'm not doing anything to y'all.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You are not listening to me.
I am, sir.
You're not free to go. You're not free to drive away.
Okay, I understand that,
You're
sir.
obstructing. The car has to be towed.
No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step
No,
out.
no, it doesn't, sir.
Yes,
like I'm gonna get.
Shots fired in Minnesota. Whoa. What did he? Oh, that's why. That's what that noise was. And now she could be like, see, I told you how mean they were, and you didn't know why I was scared of them. She's going to blame the cops on this when it was her actions that caused this. Fucking dumbass. These people are just so dumb. These YouTube lawyers. I know my rights. Gosh darn it, I did another one like that. Copy link. Okay, we got an incoming one from Stormy over there. We'll check it out. Just next one. Breaking news: Border Commander Greg Bavino, his men have just arrested multiple serious criminals. Good, that's what we want.
Zambia, it's about crime. Crime. I was just briefed before I came on your show, Will, just a few minutes ago, and 3 illegal aliens, I believe one from Thailand, one from Central America, and I believe one from Zambia, were apprehended just a few hours ago. All 3 had significant rap sheets. All 3 violent assaulters served multiple prison terms. They were let loose to roam the streets here in Minnesota. So this mission is a crime mission first and foremost. That's why we're here, is to go after those violent criminals, those fraudsters, you know, the billions of dollars in fraud that's happened here in Minnesota, Minneapolis. That is why we're here.
Get them all.
Plain and simple.
Get them all. Okay, so this is what Hope just sent us. Hope just sent us this. Just in from Disclosed TV, ICE agents shoots Venezuelan suspect in Minneapolis after he assaulted the agent with a shovel. Chandler says you can't assault federal agents with shovels. Thank you for this one, Stormy. I'm gonna just repost it. When ICE says stop, you need to collaborate and listen. Oh my god, that's a good one. I haven't seen that one yet. Tim Waltz did this. Tim Waltz and the Democrats did that, bro. Evil Texan, huh? Looks like somebody I like. Oh, I'm already following him. He shouldn't be in the U.S. illegally. Never bring a shovel to a gunfight. Resign now. Trader Tim. Welcome to the find out phase. Oh, this is a good one too. Little creepy looking kid. Yeah, welcome to the find out phase. Invoke the Insurrection Act. Shut up. These people are just insane. They don't know a damn thing. So they want to just run over ICE, attack. I bet you that guy was a gang member though, probably, right? All right, so Jasmine Crockett's bodyguard just shoved a reporter. Let's see this.
Miss Crockett, why did he just pushed me? Miss Crockett, why were you
Oh, and it was Kara? Oh my gosh, I should text her right now.
Renee
Like,
Good,
dude,
but
they
you
hit
wouldn't
you?
cry for Ashley Babbitt, Miss Crockett. You were crying fake tears for Renee Good, but not for Ashley Babbitt. This is, come on.
That's Kara Castronova.
There's a Miss Crockett who was crying crocodile tears for Renee Good, but was crying no tears for Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah, that was Kara. Interesting. She's a good person. You should actually follow her on X. She's a cool person. It's funny, I contacted her for something yesterday, and I was like, or the other day, and I told her who I was. She's like, you don't need to tell me who you are. I know who you are. Kind of funny. All right, citizen journalist Nick Shirley. So we're going to show you a couple clips. We are going to watch this whole, we're going to react to this whole video after I get through the rest of the news. But, oh, they're playing the whole video, so I'm not going to do that quite yet. I don't want to do the video yet. We're going to watch it afterwards, guys. I want to get to the news first, because then we can focus just on this and watch the whole entire video. So we're getting reports of fighter jets being heard above Iraq. The video below, my team is working on verifying, but sharing due to the time-sensitive nature. Let's watch this. I mean, it sounds like jets. But we don't know where this is being filmed. They're just showing us the space. So interesting. Interesting. We're gonna keep updated as much as we can. Okay, this should be a short clip of what we're gonna watch here in a minute with Nick. Shirley. Yeah. Okay. Let's watch this short clip.
We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation.
No, there's no Safari Transportation here.
No Safari Transportation.
Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation, 607.
That's the address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari Transportation is.
We don't know.
Okay, so the business is not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar.
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
Money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
This is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for Safari Transportation.
Go find out.
He actually went there the other day, remember?
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015. 2015? Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015. Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today.
Sir,
This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad Omar.
go check it out.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari Transportation?
Okay, it's no Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir?
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next address. All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company. And now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside Liquor. Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right here?
Dreamline Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store. David, they aren't even trying to hide that these are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Hey, we're looking for Dreamline Transportation.
Now we're in 617.
So it's gonna. I can't wait to see the full video. We're gonna watch it soon. We just got to finish on some news that's going on right now first. It says, wow, a Somali man intimidates and harasses Nick Shirley. So it's another Nick Shirley clip for what we're going to see later on.
Because of fucking 2,000 providers? Are you
mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You're
Where's the transportation company?
What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick Shirley.
This is about
if
fraud.
One single Somali gets hurt.
This is about fraud,
it's because
sir.
Of you sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're very nice.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the out of our
sir,
neighborhood.
Can you tell me where the transportation company is?
Out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the out of here.
Calm down, sir. Calm down, sir.
Get the out of here.
Sir, this is about fraud.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself, sir.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the transportation vehicle is.
Clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the out of our community.
Tell me where the transportation
out of our community.
Tell me where the. This is about fraud. This is.
Say I don't want
This is
Muslims
about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say I want to change the Constitution.
No, I don't
want
to change the Constitution.
Freedom of religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. That is what you are arguing for.
We're not talking.
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Fuck out of our community.
This is about fraud.
Fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously,
as
for
soon
this
as they
video,
start
we had to get
acting like
security,
that,
look at
you
this
know.
now.
You know.
All right, we're going. We're going. But there is no transportation company in there.
You know, as soon as they start acting like that, that they know they're in the wrong, right? Jeez. We're gonna be watching that full video in a little bit. All right, breaking news: the United States is moving its carriers strike group from South China Sea to the Middle East, signaling a significant shift in military posture. It's going down, folks. I think there's going to be a little bit of a military action tonight, and or maybe in the morning, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So this is an Olympic swimmer. She was speaking today outside of Congress, I believe, because it's out of the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court's going through all this stuff right now. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm an Olympic silver medalist. I've been to 13 Olympic Games. I know after 50 years of being involved in elite sport, there is a difference between a male and a female athlete. And you are delusional if you don't believe that. And we know that is true. So what we have to do is we have to keep on speaking truth. We have to speak on keeping facts.
Community and gain strength from one another.
Women are 51% of this world. 51% of us are female.
On the soccer team.
5% of the sponsorship dollar in the world of sport goes to females.
Me and
less than 4% of prime time TV coverage in sport goes to females.
I'm an 11-year-old
trans girl. Slice of the cake.
And playing sports.
And 10 years ago, we were
on Olympics, I think people watch the female sports more, like the gymnasts. I mean, just seeing what these gymnasts can do, like I'm crippled and I'm like, I can't even walk right, and you guys are doing this kind of stuff. It's cool to watch.
We're not even allowed to have fair sport anymore.
If I were no longer allowed to play sports,
categories in sport are there to give opportunities across the whole
So
of
it sounds
society.
like it sounds like they have opposing venues there. Interesting. I want to get to the Nick Shirley thing now, so that's why I'm kind of going a little bit faster, folks. We're almost done, though, actually. All right, this is for Andy in Colorado. 4 Democrats have introduced a bill that would allow children to change their names, suppress records documenting a name change, and allow the court to strip away parents' rights if they do not affirm their child's name change. Democrats want to tear children away from parents. So what they're saying here is, yeah, we're gonna we can take your kids away, right? If your kids want to change their name and never see you again, we're gonna change their name and make sure you never get to see your kids again. That's what they're doing. I'm glad. I always wanted to have kids, but I'm kind of glad now that I didn't have kids, because I wouldn't want my kids to be in a world like this. Let's just say it. All right, it's the dad gum guy. Let's see how many times he says it tonight.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett leaving the House floor in total disgust. Chip Roy's amendment to reduce the District of Columbia appeals court funding by 20% and strike the salary and expenses funding of Judge Boasberg and Boardman's staff. And you know that bunch, what they've been pulling is ridiculous. Right. In my opinion, they've completely got out of whack.
That guy should be out.
On. The next one was my buddy Eli Crane, Navy SEAL, unbelievable guy, one of my favorites up here. He prohibits funding for the National Endowment for Democracy. And that was, I forget how many millions of dollars, and that didn't pass. I don't. I'm so frustrated with this bunch up here. And then, of course, the big bill, it cost $90.1 billion. And guess what? It passed because it had all that garbage in there. It sends $1.425 billion to Egypt, and then we're going to give Jordan build them a wall, and they're firing missiles at other people.
We're going to build them. Wait a minute. So the Democrats voted to build the people of Jordan a wall, but walls are bad.
I mean, what the hell, folks? Excuse my language. $6.15 billion for foreign military financing program. And yeah, they're going to come back and say, oh, they're going to buy a bunch of arms from us. Well, my mama used to say, I don't like making my living off of suffering of others, and that's just pathetic. I don't know. I'm just disgusted with it. We've came up here to do something, and we're not doing it. And they're going to pat themselves on the back. It was less than the last one, but we're funding a bunch of garbage. And it's a lot of this stuff we're funding, actually, when you dig into it, is funding stuff that Trump did away with. So you got to ask yourself, where the heck does the dadgum money go?
Where's your dadgum?
And nobody's asking those dadgum questions.
There's another one.
To me, it's pathetic, and it's disingenuous to the American public, and we need to start holding people accountable. So, anyway.
Dude, you got to fix your glasses, though. I can't stop looking at how those glasses are crooked. He's probably like me and just, always breaks his glasses. There we go. Vice President J.D. Vance just defeated the anti-Trump war powers vote in the Senate of Venezuela. On Venezuela. Let's watch it. He had to vote tonight. Because if it's a tie, then you got to bring in the vice president, and then they get to vote.
Okay. On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50, the Senate being equally divided. The vice president votes. Affirmative, and the point of order is sustained. Gotta make sure.
Yeah, right. You definitely want to make sure.
So
yes, that's cool. Good. What did I do again? I keep doing something wrong over here. Technical difficulty. All right. Breaking in an infuriating development, rogue judge Laura Provinsky blocks President Trump from freezing Minnesota snap. This is a Biden appointee, so she thinks she is the president. Overturned. This is insane.
And it is freezing $129 million in food stamp funding from Minnesota. The Trump administration's latest hold on welfare funding to Democratic states.
We've got to look at states where there's massive amounts of fraud in the welfare population, in the welfare programs, and try to eliminate that fraud.
The Government Accountability Office estimates that the federal government loses up to $521 billion annually to fraud. Last week, Vice President J.D. Vance announcing a Justice Department task force to investigate fraud across the country.
those programs should go to American citizens, not be defrauded by Somali immigrants and others. Make it hard for you to get the access to the resources you need.
98 have faced federal charges in Minnesota so far. The vast majority, 85, are part of the state's large Somali community. Republicans accuse the state's governor, Tim Walz, and other Democrats of overlooking the fraud for political reasons.
Because the Somali population is such a massive voting bloc for the Democrat Party in Minnesota, they've turned a blind eye.
Democrats say Republicans are unfairly targeting a minority community.
The fraud is very real. And by the way, when somebody commits fraud, you prosecute, and you put the person in jail. As an individual, you do not hold an entire community, any community, accountable for the actions of individuals.
A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Department of Health and Human Services from cutting.
These fucking liberal judges just trying to ruin our country. how much money are they getting in kickbacks? Okay, so it's laughing my ass off. DHS agents just listened to some middle-aged white liberal woman rant and then responded to her with a thank you for calling the ICE hotline. Please call again. So like they're trying to say, oh, so she's bitching at him and they're trying to say that she actually called ICE.
Never.
This is gonna be good. This should be good. Let's watch it.
What is your name? Sir, tell me your name. This is unacceptable.
Okay.
Absolutely unacceptable. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. This is not appropriate. This is my country. I'm here legally. Okay. These people, you never ask for proof. You are a bad, evil person. You need to be expunged. You need to go to another country. You need to know what it looks like.
So small.
Instead, you're pulling over innocent people, not asking for any ID and just hauling them off. You all should be ashamed. How do you go home to children, to friends, to family? Do you tell them what you do for a living? That you arrest people without cause? That you just
He's
pick
like,
them up,
can you believe this
put them
fucking
in a
lady?
truck? Is that what you do? Are you proud of yourself for doing this? Are you absolutely proud?
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling the ICE
Are you proud of this? Are you proud?
That's
You
great.
are an idiot. You do not deserve to walk the face of this earth.
That's
None
great.
Of you.
That
None
was
of you.
great.
You are fools. I did get a name. They took somebody out of that car. And they're, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Some of these just are hilarious, and that was one of the hilarious ones. Oh man. All right, so flight EK-325 from South Korea abruptly reversed at Iranian border, refusing to enter airspace. Commercial pilots are getting the strike memo in real time as packages position. So look, they had to turn around right there. Interesting. So something's going on, and it's going to be happening real soon, if not already, because this is probably like an hour and a half old, if not more. More on this too. The airspace is cleared. Look at this. 2 planes. That's it. See how nobody's going into the country. They're all going around the country, which I don't know if that's a normal pattern or not. Yeah, something interesting is going on. We shall see. All right. Our reporter presses Representative Jamie Raskin as he refuses to answer after a J6 hearing. Let's see what's going on here.
Hi, Mr. Raskin. How are
Let's
you?
Kara again.
Fantastic hearing. You did a great job spreading the same lies from the first J6 on Select Committee. Do you care about women that get beaten to death by police? Like Roseanne Boylan. Did you know that this woman was killed by J6 police? This is her picture. Do you care?
He won't even look at it.
Do you not care?
He won't
I guess
even
you
look
figure
at
your
it.
pardon, that auto pen pardon, must keep you sleeping at night, sir? Sir, do you think that you might go to jail possibly for your J6 crimes?
Are you still advocating for civil war conditions? Or is that over, sir?
Thanks for the lies, Congressman. Keep spreading the propaganda.
And what about Roseanne
What about Roseanne Boylan that was killed by Capitol Police?
What about Jocelyn Valentine?
Oh man, they're still doing that. All right, this is what we've all been waiting for. This is the Nick Shirley video. Go check them out on X at Nick Shirley, I believe it is, and on YouTube, which is where we're gonna watch.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out. Are we the only community that does fraud?
How come they said this building was closed? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced Mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to childcare. And while politicians like Tim Walz call people like me white supremacists and far-right delusional conspiracy theorists for exposing the fraud, meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learning Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you into what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating this widespread fraud scandal for years. So here in Minnesota, you have daycare fraud, you have adult daycare fraud, you have healthcare fraud, and you even have more fraud. What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota?
Well, what I think might be sort of the heart of the beast here is this transportation fraud. And what I mean by that is in Minnesota, we have something called non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. My research has shown that there are about 1,020 such companies in Minnesota.
Wow.
And more than 90% of them are Somali owned.
And so right here on the table, what do we have? All this information right here.
So I have a number of companies that are local here in the Twin Cities, and this is just a fraction of the companies that are out there. What I found was that the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles per company. A lot of these companies, their address is an apartment, some are in a house, some are in a convenience store, some of them in a vacant building. There's no signage, there's nobody there.
And so why would there be such a need for all these transportation companies here inside of Minnesota?
Interesting.
So if you think of this transportation as the hub of the wheel, so childcare is a spoke, adult daycare is a spoke, autism is a spoke, the interpreter services, which we can get into, that's another spoke. It all ties back to transportation. Why? Because those meals someone had to deliver those meals. Someone has to deliver the kid to autism, or say they did. So it all revolves around the transportation. And so when you're looking at this, you say, okay, well, let's just be conservative. Let's go on the low side. Let's say there are only 800 Somali-owned non-emergency medical transportation companies in Minnesota. Well, again, the average is 20 vehicles per company. So that's 800 times 20. And the way these NEMT companies are paid is if they bring someone to a doctor's appointment, whatever the case might be, or Costco or wherever they're going, because remember, it's non-emergency medical transportation. Well, we went to Costco because they have to eat or they'll die. So that's considered, right? So it's almost impossible to figure out from the outside what exactly the payments are for each of these trips. But I have a pretty good idea. So when someone provides a transportation to a facility or a location, they're also paid for the time to sit there and wait for the appointment to end and then drive the person back. So they're paid 3 different ways. And the average is going to be $50 per trip. So it's going to the appointment as a trip, coming back trip. So that's $100 per round trip. So if you have 800 companies in Minnesota that are NEMT companies, they all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day, and it's $50 per trip.
Oh, I'm sure
so
it is.
800 times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math. And the reality is, how many of these trips are being provided? 0. They don't have to provide any. Why? Because when they are paid by the state of Minnesota, these companies go online and they fill out a form, and it just says, okay, how many trips, how many miles. They submit that electronically to the state, and boom, they get paid. Nobody bothers to check. They don't call the dentist. Did this kid show up? They don't do anything. As soon as that form is filed with the state of Minnesota, that payment goes out immediately.
And so essentially, these transportation companies are what hold all of the fraud together, because you have the daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the adult daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the healthcare companies working with the transportation companies. So it's just another way to bill and to also make it look like something's happening here inside of Minnesota.
This is the belly of the beast. All of this fraud revolves around these transportation companies. All of it. This touches every part of fraud here in Minnesota.
And today we're going to go confront these people. We confronted them
Real quick, I'm going to pause this for a second because, like I said, I was looking for new news. And remember how I said earlier where I was like, you know, them making it look like they're going over to Iran with all this muscle power? I think it was a ploy for something else to happen. And I said maybe it's going to be for them to take over Greenland and just take it over after the meeting today didn't go well or something. But no, I don't know. It's still, I still think it is a ploy for something else going on. But it says, remember, Iran didn't even have time to close its airspace before the Israeli surprise attack that led to the 12-day war. So the U.S. may seek to achieve a similar surprise when the world at least expects it. So now Iranian airspace is now reopened. So just letting you know, it's reopened now. And that makes me kind of wonder, well, hey, was this a ploy like I had mentioned? All right, back to Shirley.
Time, there was no kids in any of the child care centers. And today, what do you expect to see?
I think we're going to see some vehicles because, you know, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving. And mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever. And there's never, ever, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco, they're going to Sam's Club, they're going to Walmart. The driver gets out, goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first, David. All right, let's go. So where's the first location we're going to?
The first location is a company called Safari Transportation, Cedar Avenue South in Minneapolis.
And so what makes Safari Transportation Company an interesting transportation company?
Well,
allegedly fraudulent.
Well, the thing about Safari is that they've been registered since 2015 with the state of Minnesota as operating vehicles. And again, the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles. So if they've got 20 vehicles and they're at 607 Cedar Avenue, I have no idea where there's parking them because there is no parking anywhere near this office.
Interesting.
We've arrived to the transportation company. We're outside, and right there we have a Loving Arms adult daycare. All the windows are completely boarded out right there, and there's supposed to be a transportation company registered right here. It's 617, but it's a liquor store. Okay, so the location here is 607 and also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're all on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here, 607. This does not look like Safari Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see if we have the manager. Let's see if we can find fraud. Hello. How are you? We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation?
No, there's no Safari Transportation here.
No Safari Transportation?
Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation, 607.
That's the address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari Transportation is.
We don't know.
Okay, so the business is not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar?
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
Money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from
This is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for Safari Transportation.
Go find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015.
2015?
Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015 one. Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today. This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad A. Omar.
Go check it out.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari
Is
Transportation?
that the name really? Fraud A. Omar?
Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did I hear that right? I was trying to keep an eye on the news. Is it Fraud A. Omar? You can't make this up. That's really.
This is for Safari Transportation.
Found out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
Registered here.
This is registered.
2015.
2015?
Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015. Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today. This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad A. Omar.
Go check it
Fraud
out.
A. Omar.
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari
You can't make
Transportation?
that shit up.
No Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir?
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next address. All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company. And now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside Liquor. Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right here?
Dreamline Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store. David, they aren't even trying to hide that these are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Hey, we're looking for Dreamline Transportation.
What's that?
Now we're in 617, Dreamline Transportation.
No.
Where is the transportation company?
No, we don't have this.
You ever heard of Safari Transportation?
Safari, I know Safari, that money wiring, 607.
The money wiring?
Yeah.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
We're looking for Safari Transportation.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did. Safari company, the money wiring, they send money there, that's the 607.
So Safari gets the money and then they wire it out.
Yeah, the money.
That man just said that Safari is actually a money wiring company, so therefore they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation company.
They said to go here.
Suite A right here. And then you have 617A right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax. I do not see a transportation company anywhere.
Good morning. Hey, we're hoping to find Dreamline Transportation. You ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it. Ask next door.
He said to ask here, that you would know.
Ask next door. This is a mailbox. It's not a real call.
So, Dreamline Transportation could be nothing more than a mailbox. 834.
So it could be one of these mailboxes. Well,
okay, see you later.
607, Safari Transportation doesn't exist. It's actually a money wiring business. 617, Dreamline, inside of there, it's actually a liquor store. And then 617A is a place where there's a bunch of mailboxes and it says reliable ITT services. How are you doing, man?
I just want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Why are you sensationalizing the propaganda?
What are we sensationalizing?
To attack our community. What's your final objective?
We're not attacking your community by any means.
Are you making good money from this?
We're looking for fraud.
No,
for instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607? It's not there. And why don't you answer?
How much money are
why don't you answer the question? Where's 617 Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money off of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing.
That my job
and attacking
is
the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you
fraud
the reason
is
why
fraud,
this is
sir.
happening. All right, let me tell you the reason why
fraud
you're
is fraud, correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
This
is fraud.
Absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want us here, change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying that.
No.
We're not saying that.
When I go
Sir, we're talking about fraud.
When I go onto your comments,
my comments.
What I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
I agree. That's a comment.
Listen, you're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the question. Where
that's something
where
that can,
is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can
company?
jeopardize
Answer the question.
The safety and the protection of the Somali community.
We're talking about fraud,
If anything
sir.
happens to the Somali
We're talking
community,
about fraud.
listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching.
You're getting very close.
I'm not physically touching. No, I'm not physically touching.
This is fraud. We're talking about fraud. You're defending fraud. You're defending fraud. You're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims want us out of here.
People can say
for
what they
being
want.
Muslim,
I'm not censoring anybody.
Us using your material.
Yeah, we hate Muslims because you guys said we should all die. We should all die.
Islamophobes
All Christians should
use
die,
your
right?
material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say
Why would
to
I want
us,
you in my
we
country?
don't want you here. Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You
fraud.
know,
We're asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud.
Muslims.
We're talking
Why
about
are you
fraud.
attacking us?
This
are we
is
the
fraud.
only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about
Are
fraud.
we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about fraud.
All right, but there's what, 300 Somali
This is
providers in
fraud.
all of Minnesota?
There's actually 800.
Don't touch me. Is there
So,
you speak English?
transportation companies.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen, let me tell you something.
See, this isn't a race issue, sir.
Listen, let me
This
tell
is
you
about
something.
fraud.
We have, what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
you
sir.
want to sacrifice the safety of
Sir.
80,000 people
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers?
That's enough.
Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. Where's the transportation company?
What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick fucking Shirley.
This is about
if
fraud.
One single Somali gets hurt.
This is about fraud,
it's
sir.
because of you. Sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're
Get the
very
f-
nice.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the f- out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
can you tell me where the transportation
Get the f- out of
company
our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the f- out of here.
Calm down, sir.
Get the f- out of here.
Sir, this is
You
about
wanted
fraud.
sensationalize? You wanted clicks?
You're
You got clicks.
sensationalizing yourself,
You
sir.
wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself.
You wanted
I'd be like,
clicks?
thank you.
You wanted YouTube?
Tell me where the
You
transportation
wanted
vehicle
YouTube
is.
clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the f- out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation
f- out of our
vehicle is.
community.
Tell me where the...
You
This is about
stupid, racist
fraud.
motherfucker.
This is...
Say I don't want
This
Muslims
is about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it.
I'm
Say
not-
I want to
I'll
change
say
the
it. I don't want
Constitution.
No, I
Muslims
don't
here.
I
want
want
to change the
freedom of
Constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. That is what you are
Sir,
arguing for.
we're not talking...
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Sir, appreciate it.
Get the fuck out of our community.
This is about fraud.
Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously, for this video, we had to get security because look at this now. All right, we're going. We're going. But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud. There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is what happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating, and giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's numbers and other numbers online, it's fair to say each business is operating with an average of 20 vehicles and with a much lower and generous rate of $25 per trip. And with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue. And with those two locations alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud.
All right, we're going to the next
That's a lot
location.
of money.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited, the 617 Cedar Avenue South, that's for Dreamline Transportation. That's the address listed with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll see they're covered with snow. There will be no tire tracks. And so why are they using this address? And all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door, and those were all just mailboxes. And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously, the cover up, and you see how they all stick together, and It's all this intimidation, and thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah, and so you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker on the window and the numbers on the rear. None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos. All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van as well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it's here, and the vans haven't moved at all.
Cool,
Literally,
yeah.
no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks anywhere. These vehicles are not being used, and these transportation companies are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for. Here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's 3 different companies in the same address.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how all these companies are intertwined, this is a perfect example of that.
And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers, and adult daycares, and healthcare services. They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening. Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they are moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But that paper trail allows them to continue to build state for the money, and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because quite literally everyone is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain Inc., LLC, and Co. Let's see if any... Yes, we're wondering where Silver Mountain...
Silver Mountain?
Silver Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. Where it is.
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
Where they did, Gavin.
Here?
Silver Mountain.
definitely
You don't have a
made
permission
money.
to do that.
Okay,
You
so
were
Silver Mountain does not exist.
You were
No, the name,
doing...
the name's not, the name's
I
not
don't-
Silver Mountain, it's just Silver Mountain
Don't ask
Home
me that.
Healthcare.
When you come...
All right,
So
sir.
Silver
Well,
Mountain-
so
This
Silver,
is not a waste.
so
That's
Silver
not the
Mountain
way
does
to
not
make a
exist.
business. You're making a
2722
business.
Park
You have
Avenue.
millions of people watching you.
Silver
You're making
Mountain.
business to
Okay,
600
sir.
people.
2720.
You have millions of people watching right
Yes.
now. Where is Silver Mountain
I don't know
Home
where
Healthcare?
Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well, that's what we're
But
looking for.
you
All right,
can
we're
be
moving on.
sitting there.
So Silver Mountain does not exist. David, we're just simply asking for
Don't ask
where
the
is Silver
questions you
Mountain
don't want to
Home
know,
Healthcare?
Gavin.
Find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies are supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services, a daycare right there. All these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just a driver. How come you think when it comes time to take accountability for what's happening, or just to answer simple questions about the fraud, they can't answer?
Well, I think their reaction tells you all you need to know. The reaction is so violent that if there was no fraud going on, they would say, what are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation, but they can't, because they know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense. So in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say, where are the transportation companies? Where are the daycare? Where are the children? Where are the companies now? yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some of them don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on the Secretary of State's website as their business address.
This is a massive parking lot here. We're gonna go ask them where their vehicles are. They should not have any excuse as to why they don't have their vehicles here, other than if they are out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business is new as of March of 2024. It's Muhammad Malim is the registered agent for 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building.
Okay, real quick, speaking of Donnie and Panda. So Donnie is now overweight. He's now 150 pounds, which is not really overweight, but not what the doctor wants him to be at to live a long, healthy life. So now, when I get his flea, tick, and heartworm medicine, it's like a 3-in-1. Yeah, he's gonna take over the show. Now I have to buy him 2 of it. So instead of just buying him one for like $270 for 6 months, I gotta buy him 2 of them at $270 each for 6 months. And then his thyroid medicine, and then I had to buy Panda's flea, heartworm, and stuff, the empirical trio. And gosh darn it, they're both worth it. But man, they're getting expensive.
However, the owner was not there.
We're here at the suite of Epimonia Transport LLC.
And Donnie's going on a diet.
There's actually not even a sign here. And anyone here, it looks like there's a guy over here. Let's see if we can talk to him really quick. Do you know about Epimonia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple times. There's barely anything in there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month so.
And there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years and I'm always here. I'm a workaholic. I'm just nonstop here. So I know everybody in the building, and this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here. They're friendlier. He just pops in and out.
And for instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public records with the government.
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the first thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene, and that guy just said, he confirmed that there was never even been transportation vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found, and this parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles according to the guy who lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut out the transportation side of the fraud?
I think it would have a massive effect, and that
Interesting. Thank you, Zero.
the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we'd either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies. They said they were all full. So now we're at 2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis. And there's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advance Mobility Incorporated. And what's interesting about this company is that state records show that it first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
And they have been in
That's
business
crazy,
for over
Gavin. You should have taken the dog
26 years.
Yes, correct.
And so we're going to go inside.
They must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility 2833, boarded up. All these windows are covered right here. We're going to see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got clothes in here. There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advance
like an indoor swap
Mobility is in here. We got spices. Is Advance Mobility here?
You know 224?
I don't think you guys are allowed to record it.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
What is this? What is that?
Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility.
Hey,
Where's Advanced Mobility at?
we don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility.
We don't care about advanced mobility.
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Get the out of here, man. Get out. You need to get out.
Oh yeah,
Get
they
out.
do, bro.
Now they're pushing us out of here.
Get out.
Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about advanced mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility
Yeah, we
is?
saw that, Gavin. We saw that.
Get out. We don't care.
So Advanced
Did they name them
Mobility
yet?
is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley,
I
sir.
don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here. Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Nick
Well,
Shirley
so
looks
what
like a
was
teenager.
interesting was we walked in
Kind of.
there, and on the state's website, it says it's in Suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist.
All right, next location. David, where are we at?
We're at what's called Ray's, R-A-Y-Z Transportation, LLC.
And this is Ray's Transportation. We're on a street. There's no parking lot for any transportation vehicles. We'll see what happens. This is the address for Ray's
Oh, the
Transportation.
Venezuelan. He looks like a teenager. Oh, I gotcha.
See if anybody is here. Is Ray's Transportation here, sir?
I don't know. Transportation place. There's no transportation places here.
Oh, okay. Well,
All
It's just
healthcare places.
R-A-Y-Z.
Oh, their healthcare place
well,
is even
I
better.
think it's confirmed they're not here, David. So it's confirmed that Ray Transportation, all of these transportation companies, they're kind of like ghost companies. They exist on paper, but they don't actually exist in person. Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change. Make
Well,
a
at least
change,
it's in
because there's
stable
definitely,
condition.
even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for,
I'm telling you,
for
they're
the
trying
things
to
that
get a
are
riot.
going on that
They
they're
want a
not
riot
doing. We
to
need
start.
these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff. But I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Hey, what's up? What you got going on, man? Hey,
Hey.
you keep the false narrative that you be going on. It's a nonsense.
you should get in your car, 'cause
you
there's-
should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that. It's
fraud.
not
You're
fair.
trying to
It's
say
not
for
fair
there,
what you
for
mean.
the
You cannot
Somalians.
be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair.
Yes,
you cannot come into the community
not
to be
fair.
doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got a attorney general. Let them do the job. You're not in a
The
position
job
to
they're
do the
being
job.
paid off.
You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is information.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
You see what I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
You can't. It's Southside. It's my turf. Get it.
Sir, so we were just having a civil conversation. That guy hopped out of his car in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road about the fraud that's happening. And he's saying that I'm the bad guy for showing light of what's happening here.
They're passionate. They're passionate people. They don't want this type of stuff either going on or be brought to light. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna it's a very tight knit community.
You saw it firsthand how crazy it gets out here. He hopped out in the middle of the intersection.
I'll say.
So this isn't about race. You're a black guy. They're black, right? We don't have no ill feelings towards you by any means. We're talking about the fraud that's happening. So God bless you, sir, and thank you very much.
Why are we doing this?
So we're doing this, A, because it's the right thing to do. The people of Minnesota and the people of America want this done. Fraud is fraud. And when we try and talk with these people and say, look, the main reason we're doing this is to find out why are all these checks being written by the state of Minnesota for companies that don't even exist. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's not a race issue. It's a fraud issue, and fraud is fraud.
And so what most people don't understand about this fraud is it is literally in the entire state of Minnesota. It's not just in one part of Minneapolis.
Right, and so I think what happens is the people in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, they get lulled into a false sense of security because they say, oh, that's in Minneapolis, it doesn't affect us, or that's in St. Paul. And we're showing that this fraud spreads throughout the entire state of Minnesota, including all of the suburbs. And we're going to bring to light exactly what's going on in those respective suburbs.
And so what's happening in this suburb of St. Louis Park?
Well, this is one of the
if not more, zero.
Somali
if not more.
NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation companies, that's registered with the state of Minnesota, in St. Louis Park. And so let's see if this one actually exists.
This is the location of Crescent Transportation. We have no vans outside right now. Does not look like any vans are outside. Let's go inside, see if Crescent Transportation exists. Here we are, and it's an apartment complex. There's no signage of any Crescent Transportation company. Once again, another fraudulent business where they don't even have a storefront to show where they're at. This is an apartment complex.
And they're probably living
in the apartment complex right here?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Crescent
8.
Transportation out here?
Nope.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota?
I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it.
What's your message to all the fraudsters?
Prosecute their ass. Take them to jail.
And how do you feel knowing that, for instance, right here, a transportation company that receives money from the government is not even here? It's the apartment complex.
I just said, I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should Tim Walz go to jail?
Oh, he cricket too, huh? All them cricket, all the politicians. My daddy ain't never liked none of them.
So that man right there just confirmed that this is an apartment complex.
Right, and so
it might be like the tribal nations,
specific
you know?
rules governing operating businesses out of apartments.
Depending on your
They do not
your
allow transportation
ranking
companies
in the tribe,
to park
right?
vehicles in an
Get so much
apartment
money.
parking lot. None of the cities in the Twin Cities allow that.
Because even if you were to be running a transportation company out of your apartment, there's nowhere to park the cars.
Well, where are they? There aren't any Crescent. I don't see anything with Crescent on it anywhere.
More fraud taking place here.
So this is called Hopkins Child Care Center. This facility is licensed to hold 118 children. So this should be a really big facility. And this year alone, they have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota. Whoa. And last year, they received $1.92 million from the state of Minnesota. And this facility, in the past 5 years, has been in the top 10 for the most money received from the state of Minnesota.
So there should be plenty of children. There should be footprints of children walking in and out.
This should be a very busy place, yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store. And it's locked, midday right now. This is the back side of the daycare, ringing the doorbell right now. See if anybody comes. Hello, sir, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Get out. This is our business.
Hear each other, okay?
What are you looking for?
We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go this side.
This
private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No, you don't be here.
Wait, can we ask you about the daycare? It's all right. Can we ask you about the daycare?
No. I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is a business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
You say,
Get out of here, man. Get out.
The
Guys,
kids
get out.
can't even look outside.
Get out. No, you cannot. You
Don't
cannot
they
do
need so
that.
much sunlight a day?
Get out, man. No. Get lost. Get out. No.
Sir.
You have to get out. This is our property. Get out.
Why? Can I ask you about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
No. Get out.
Look at that
What's the
cheap
need
big
of
sign. Look at that
$2.25
cheap
million
big
for a
sign.
daycare?
Get out. Get
Can
out.
you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question.
They drew that
You
sign
can't.
themselves.
Can't answer the
Get
question.
out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick
Who are you?
Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
Could you answer the question
No, I
real
don't
quick?
ask
What's
you
the
any
need for
question.
What's your name? My name's Nick Shirley. I don't give a shit. Well, then why the fuck did you ask?
$2.25 million for a daycare?
No. $1 million.
I don't-
Don't worry about it. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
And it's licensed for
Get out, my friend.
118
Get out.
children.
Get out.
But I don't see any footprints of any children here. I don't see any footprints of any children
Get
here.
out. Get out. Guys, get out. No, you're asking nothing, man.
I'm
Get
just
out.
asking you about what we're seeing here.
No. Get out.
Do you-
Get out our business.
Do you-
Get out.
Sir.
This is my property.
You have millions of
Get
people
out.
watching right now. Can you say what's the need for $2.25 million? And where are the 118 children?
Get out.
Sir, I'm just
Get
asking you a
out.
simple question.
Get out. No, you don't ask me any question.
Oh, they won't let
Get
you
out.
look
You have
inside,
the
Paul.
Get
opportunity.
out.
They
No.
wouldn't let
You
look
can't
inside.
ask. You can't ask me nothing. Get out. Get out our business, man. Get out. Get out, motherfucker. Get out.
Sir,
Get out.
just answer the question.
No.
Just answer
Get
the
out.
question.
No. Get out. Leave.
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You YouTube, man. Get out.
All right, code word has been given. We're out.
Get out.
All right, we gotta get out of here.
Get out.
Wow, they got a
Sir,
code
just
word to
answer
get
the
out.
question.
I wonder if that's
Where are the
for a
children?
show.
No footprints of any children around here. No footprints of any children. They can't even answer the question. We gave them so many opportunities. We gave them plenty of opportunities. Just answer some simple questions. Millions of people are watching right now.
They came out with guns blazing. All we want to know is where are the children? 118 children, no footprints in the snow. All of their vehicles were sitting there with 2 feet of snow on them. They haven't moved in months.
The windows are all blacked out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at all these daycares. 4 men came out, yet they couldn't answer the simple question. We had it right here. 118 children. $2.25 million this year.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Now this daycare center, how much money has this one received?
So this this child care center is called Proud Child Care Center, and it's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, which is a very high income area. It's a further out suburb from Minneapolis, but there are a lot of multi-billion-dollar homes right in this neighborhood. And this child care got $1.25 million in funding in fiscal year 2025. It got $1.08 million last year. It opened in 2021. Let's go see if we can find any kids.
There should be at least 40 children here. Looking
Actually,
at the
they
snow
can
prints,
zero. The
does
parking
not
lot
look like
is-
there's any
the parking
snow
lot's their
prints of
property.
any young children. And all of these windows are
The
completely
sausage
blacked
fit,
out.
Somali
Let's see if we
sausage
could
fit.
just talk to somebody. Could I enroll my son Joey into daycare here? Well, do you have the paperwork where I could enroll a child?
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I was wondering if I could enroll a child. I have a son named Joey.
Who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
So where you come from?
Yeah, I'm just coming out and seeing if I could enroll my child, Joey. We just want to get a statement as to why this daycare needs $1.26 million and if it's even possible to enroll somebody like my child, my imaginary child, Joey. No, you guys can't give a clear statement, or could you even give me a paper to enroll a child into the daycare? Just to show that you guys are a legit business. It would debunk all claims if you could just give me a piece of paper saying where to enroll a child. You can't do that. Okay, well, thank you very much. And I hope this place actually is holding 47 children because you guys are receiving $1.26 million in this year alone. So have a great rest of your day. They won't even give us a paper to enroll a child. Could have debunked all their claims. They can't even do it. One of the big talks about the fraud is about Quality Leering Center. It's a daycare that has received $1.9 million. It's licensed for over 99 children. And instead of quality learning, it says quality leering outside. But the big controversy about the Quality Leering Center is that Somalians, after the video went live, they all of a sudden started shuffling children into the daycare. But at the same time,
That's another
The commissioner of children of Minnesota was on a live stream saying they had closed the daycare a week ago.
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
This is the one that's licensed for 99 children. This fiscal year, they've received 1.9 million. And in fiscal year 2024, they had received about 2.2 million. So about 4 million in the last 2 fiscal years.
We're up in the Quality Learning Center, 1-800-FRAUD, as now it had been confirmed that this place was closed down, and now they're shuffling children into the daycare.
So Tiki Brown said this facility was closed.
Oh, she said a week ago.
And now, magically, it's full of cars. So how can it be closed if people are coming and going?
Fraud. Why do you have everybody
Yeah. Okay, this is the owner right here.
They can record. We just need to off the property. Okay. So you guys can record.
And so how come they said this building was closed? We're trying to speak to the owner. They won't even answer a simple question. Look, now he's going inside.
Sir, don't run though. It looks suspicious when you run, brother. And you can smile, but bro.
Sir, I'm right here.
He's right here to speak to you.
I'm right here.
Don't do that. Oh,
you can't defend the fraud.
Oh, come on. At the daycare, do it. Hey, not at the daycare, doing the middle finger, though.
We have like 100 cameras on it. Now, both of these people have interesting ties with politicians inside of Minnesota. For instance, the man who's running the daycare, he was celebrating with Mayor Fry after he won re-election of mayor inside of Minneapolis. And then this lady right here seems to be a friend of Ilhan Omar, as she has photos with her outside of the restaurant, and she also has videos of her giving a tour to a separate daycare to Mayor Fry. It really makes you wonder why these politicians haven't fought against the fraud, knowing that it's happened in locations like Quality Learning.
Okay, actually, yes, they can. So trust me on this. If you own a piece of property and your parking lot is on your driveway, that is not public domain. That is their personal property. They own the property. So if they want to ask you to leave, if it's a parking lot, you have to leave. Now, you can stand on the sidewalk, which is a public walkway, all you want and film from there. But you cannot park or stand on their driveway or parking lot, which is on the piece of property and land that they own. That's how it works.
Center. Meanwhile, they're taking photos and
trust me, I had to take media law class to graduate, from my media class.
Celebrating with them at events. What's your message, people, about the fraud here in Minnesota?
This is part of the cover-up. They're trying to cover their tracks. So let me say this on camera. If you can prove that any of the information that I have here is false, I'll give you $100,000 cash.
Okay.
If any of it's false or inaccurate in any way. Anybody want to take me up? And if you can't prove it, you have to give me $100.
So you saying all that's real?
100%. I'll give you $100,000 if you can disprove my information.
Okay. See, they all went silent. Silent.
Anybody? Your $100 versus my $100,000 cash.
They're all silent. What do you think about the fraud here?
Hey, the fraud here in Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Like, what do you mean specifically? What do you mean?
Yeah, how do you feel about this daycare, for instance, receiving $1.9 million? And they couldn't even spell learning right. They spelled leering.
Hey, man, Somalis, they're an interesting creature. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say too much. I'm already too hot. But, I mean, Tim Walz, you gotta solve this stuff. Minnesota really cracked down on this because they've been doing this for years. So.
Should Tim Walz be prosecuted?
Hell yeah.
And at this point, you're probably wondering where all the millions and billions of dollars has gone. Well, it's been well tracked that a lot of the money, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, has been funneled through TSA at the airport inside of Minnesota. It's been well tracked and documented. Even in 2017, there was reports coming from the local Fox News station, and I was actually able to meet up with a whistleblower who used to work as an agent at TSA on the side of narcotics, and he saw millions of dollars go through TSA. And what kind of fraud did you see take place here in Minnesota?
So I worked for the airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And My recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would get emails from our dispatch saying like 2 male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this, then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like $750,000. But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase. And there usually was, as far as I can remember, there was always 2 individuals traveling. So you would have maybe one guy with 2.2 million and another guy with 3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Because as far as I know, as long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HSI and Customs, and I'm sure they got the information. We got the information. My administration knew about it, and I trust that they sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that. We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports?
I saw one time, I saw an open suitcase with the cash because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years, you're talking, I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, 2 people flying out with $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 or $5 million twice a week, every week, without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got, that they would fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai, and then apparently what I had heard was it was too dangerous to go any further with it, so they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top,
probably,
and did that, I don't know.
Wow, so they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai, and then from Dubai they then wire the money.
Correct. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. Yes.
Wowza.
It appears that's how it all went down, yes.
That was some more great work by Nick Shirley. You guys definitely need to go check it out. In fact, I'm going to put the link to this video here in both chats so you guys can get it. This one right here. But all right, guys, so we're going to get going. I'm doing my music show again tonight. Tonight's going to be just rock. Any age, it's going to be rock. Just rock music tonight in about an hour and a half. So we're gonna do it from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. California time. Just rock. Come on back later. Catch you later, Gavin. Catch you later, Zero. Catch you later, Paul. We'll see you in a little bit.